Hi guys, this is Axon from African Drone Voice. I'm with Gonzalo Graham. He's pioneering urban air mobility by building the flying air taxi. So it's brilliant. So kindly introduce yourself, Mr. Graham, and talk more about why you entered into the EVTOL industry and just explain more on that.
And yeah, so Watfly. So how did Watfly started? It was basically me and my co-founder. We met at Tesla, and the problem was like, okay, flying is the most efficient means of transportation. This is obvious. This is why you have the president flying a helicopter, and you have air ambulances in some places. And if it's the most efficient means of transportation, why are we all not flying? So you can start looking at the barriers around flight, right? So for one of them is like, oh, helicopters are very expensive. But there's actually more barriers beyond just like the price, right? So helicopters are very hard to fly. Helicopters are very noisy. You need somewhere to land it, you need infrastructure, you need a pilot. So there's all these kinds of barriers that we can eliminate by making a small aircraft that takes off and land vertically, that it's electric, and that's really easy to fly. And that's what, nowadays we're calling an eVTOL, or like I like to say, it's a flying car, because it's like an aircraft. It's an aircraft that, like a car, most people will be able to afford, most people will be able to fly, it will be safe, and it will be practical. So that's why we started Watfly.
Okay. So where do you see the industry will be more focused on? I've seen on your website you describe more of the flying taxi as recreational.
Yeah.
So you want to personalize it on a recreational basis. What about maybe for air ambulance? Can you use an air ambulance in emergencies? Is it possible for you to enter into such markets in the future?
Yeah, I think there's a huge opportunity in air ambulances, defense, and other applications like that. We started with a small aircraft for recreation, because when you're small, just one passenger in the US, you can classify as an ultralight. And ultralight vehicles do not need a pilot license or do not need an airworthiness certification, right? So for our customers, it's easier, and for us, it's faster and cheaper. So that's why we started. And then having a small aircraft has other advantages. First of all, it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be quieter, just because you're pushing less air to fly. And then you don't need a huge helipad. You can land in more places. So that's how it started. And then you start talking to people, and it turns out all kinds of people want to buy it and fly it around. So that's why we started in recreation. But the industry as a whole, there's a lot of flying taxis and things like that, which also seems super exciting.
So I've seen how the technology you're using, you're taking advantage of vertical takeoff and landing, that is to eliminate infrastructure for runways, which is awesome. And also I've seen how you use adapted technology and how your sound has been drastically reduced, which is very important for passenger comfort, right?
Yes. Passenger comfort, and then the people around it. If we're ever going to be in a situation where you're flying within a city or around cities, you want to definitely be quiet, and it's most critical during takeoff and landing, right?
Yeah, thank you very much for the time that you took. I know you're very busy, man. You're building this passion.
No, thank you. Thanks you so much for the opportunity. I know it's 2 a.m. over there. That's crazy, but yeah, it's really exciting. It's really cool to to connect with someone across the world over the same topic. I think everyone wants to see it happen, so let's make it happen.